Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, 𝐬𝐭𝐚𝐲 ASMR. This video, I'm psyched for. First of all, can we ignore if I lisp? I have a massive toothache right here. I have to have dental surgery. I'm assuming it's anesthesia. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'll be awake or not. The surgery, however, is I have a double canal, so I have a double root canal. Yikes. So I'm really not thrilled for that, but I am thrilled for this video because today I am suggesting you books for younger audiences, because I know I have a lot of younger audiences here, and I also have a lot of friends from my church that are younger that I teach Sunday school and teach children's church. And there was one child in particular who wanted me to read a book off my shelf that's terrifying. It's blood, guts, and gore. It's just terrifying. I was like, no. And their parent was like, no. So that person, the kid, asked me, what books would you suggest? And I'm like, I never thought about that. So then I sat down and I actually thought about it. I'm excited. Let's go. So I have 7 books to recommend. So let's go ahead and get started. These are different genres, different types of books, so yeah, we're good. The first book is a graphic novel, and it is Compass South by Hope Larson and Rebecca Mock. This book is a wonderful, wonderful story. It's about a girl and boy twins who the girl pretends to be a boy to help them get across the country to get a lot of money because they're orphans. It's adventurous, it has pirates in it, like, I love it. And I read it this month as an extra book and it was just beautiful, beautiful. Definitely recommend it. Go ahead and pick it up at your local library. There's actually a sequel to it called Knife's Edge, so that's pretty good. I can't wait to read that one. So, and then we have, this one's more of a, I guess, 7th and 8th grade kind of book, maybe 6th grade. So this book is called Defriended by Ruth Barron. I read this for my 24-hour readathon. It was pretty good. For me though, I don't read a lot of, when I read mystery and thriller, I read Stephen King. So like, this is different for me. But I really liked it. I think kids would like it. It's about this guy named Jason who's talking to a girl online. Middle schoolers nowadays talk to people online. And he comes to find out she's been dead for a year. And so he has to find out who he's talking to. And it's very, very thrilling. It got me on the edge of my seat the whole time I was reading it. It really kept me awake during the 24-hour readathon. And I think it's like a 4 out of 5 stars or something. Definitely check it out. So the next book is actually kind of a classic, but it's one of my favorite books of all time. And it is The Outsiders by S.E. Hinton. This book, everyone knows what The Outsiders is about, but if you don't, it's about 2 rival gangs. And there are characters like Pony Boy and who's some other ones? I just forgot their names. I haven't read it in so long. I need to reread it. What it's about friendship, it's about fighting, and it's about finding yourself. Again, kind of a middle grade novel, but I mean, it's a classic book. You must read it. You must read the sequel. That Was Then, This Is Now. Great book. The 3rd one, Tex. They're all really good. So then I have 2 books. I'm gonna show you one by one. They're more, I'm not gonna say female because anyone can read them, but they're like, when I bought them, they were in the female section, like the girly section, I guess, of the book fair when I was younger. But I mean, they're great novels for any age because they're about ghosts. So the first one is Rebel Spirit by Lois Ruby, and this book is about a girl named Lori who is living in this hotel. She's with her parents. They're running the hotel, and one night in her bedroom she sees someone in her webcam. She's like, there's someone in here, and her brother notices it, and there's a ghost, Nathaniel Pierce, and he was killed in the Civil War. And so she has to find out who he was because he was murdered, not killed by accident. And so it's a mystery, it's haunting, it's ghosts. I love it. I love romance too. There's a bit of romance in here as well. So definitely check it out. And the next book like that is Forevermore by Cindy Miles. This book I fell in love with because it was very me. It had Madonna references in it and all these different movies and stuff. I was like, I fell in love with it. I knew what she was talking about. I kind of related to the character. Because Ivy is the main character. Her mother gets married to a rich, like, I don't want to say prince, I think it's like a Dutch or something. And they move into a castle in England. And there's a ghost there. And it's another one of those, his name is Logan, it's another one of those, is he murdered? Is he died on an accident? It's a great book though. I read this a long time ago and I abused it because I read it so much, so it's a great book though, so definitely pick it up. And then the next book is part of a 6-book series. I've only read the first one. It's been a while since I've read it. It's been so long I actually put it back on my TBR shelf so I could reread it. Oh, that's cool. I never noticed there's a map in this edition. So this book is The Land of Stories by Chris Colfer. You guys may know Chris Colfer from his role as Kurt on Glee. And this book is tremendous. It's about these twins, Alex and Connor, who, with their grandmother's storybook, get zapped into... Focus on me. Okay. They get zapped into this fairy tale world. And this first book in the series is called The Wishing Spell. The second one is The Enchantress Returns, then A Grim Warning, Beyond the Kingdom, and then there's 2 more that I don't know the titles of. So these are all great. I've heard a lot of things about them. I love this first one. It's quite a big book, so you know, maybe it's the kind of book you read to your children if you have children. It's great though. It's fairy tales and it has enough drama and enough adventure to keep you going. So even at the young age, you know. So. And then the last book I have, technically part of a chronology. I think they're 7 books. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 7. And this one everyone should know by now. Like, can you tell? Oh, it's the Chronicles of Narnia. This book, I grew up with this book. This edition I actually bought from my Spanish teacher. She's like, I'm selling books, who wants some? And I'm like, how much for Narnia? She's like, $6. That's a steal. Barnes & Nobles, it's like $38. I'm not paying that. So I got this really cheap and I fell in love with it. I used to have all the little ones. I gave them to my sister. So, I mean, these books are tremendous. And even from people, I know a lot of families that think fantasy is kind of like not Christian. Like, I just know a lot of families like that. This book is by C.S. Lewis, who was a Christian author, and he actually, the elements of this book are Christian and religious, and I think that's awesome, coming from someone who's a Christian. Like, I think that's cool, but it's also like a great fantasy story. Like, it's just amazing. I love it. So the books in the series, in the order you should read them, not the order they were written, was The Magician's Nephew, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, The Horse and His Boy, Prince Caspian, The Voyage of the Dawn Treader, The Silver Chair, and The Last Battle. I read them all. I think they're all beautifully written. I'm just like thrilled with this series. It's my favorite series of all time, besides Harry Potter. So, yeah, so that is all the books I have for suggestions right now for an adult. If you want to comment down below any suggestions you have for different genres that I didn't mention, I've probably read a few. I can probably mention a few. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and if you did happen to like this video and want to see more, comment down below. Again, comment if you want to see some more suggestions, and until next time, remember you're beautiful, you're wonderful, and you're loved. Bye guys.